That shit's funny.
What?
That like you thought that the kitten was a boy.
Oh yeah.
Until later you realize it as a girl.
Because my mom was the one that was worried about it being a boy or girl. Since I'm here, can you guys check like at least if it's a girl or a boy? And they're like, sure. And then they took it to the doctor, I guess. And they came back, it's a girl, and I'm like, fuck.
Like, who's goddamn white baby? That's mine.
I was like, am I kidding? Yeah, pretty much. Yo, what's up, man? She's like, chinga madre, Victor. I'm like, I'm not a fucking vet, you know?
It's like, I'm still a virgin. I don't know.
They look like mine, you know?
I'm trying to make the connection. But I don't know. She looked like a boy to me.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome to CharroBeans podcast. Oh wait, CharroBeans, a Mariachi podcast.
Right.
You're like, I don't know. 52 episodes in, it's hard to remember.
It's my third day out here. I don't know.
No. If it was, then maybe I'd believe you, but
I'd be
has
fired.
Probably, yeah. Can we get fired from the show? Can I fire myself?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
And then I would take over, and then no one would understand me.
You would take over.
Everyone would be like, "¿Qué dijiste? ¿Qué dijiste?"
That's funny. You're like, how do you work the computer?
How do you turn it on? Yeah. No, I have a Mac too, bitch.
Okay, but like, do you know how to control this shit?
Yeah, look, that's the play button, the pause, record.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little mix.
Mm-hmm.
¿Qué más quieres?
The mics, everything connected.
Pues ahí está, güey, se ve. Aquí se conecta y todo.
You're just undermining all my work, bro.
I thought copy and paste.
Right. You're like, save as, desktop, all that shit. I got it.
Nah, this is hard shit. I don't know.
Yeah, this is hard.
It looks simple because I don't know what everything is. Yeah, you know. When you look at the sound system at the gigs, you're like, doesn't look so hard. And then you look at it close and the little knobs. Yeah. Just like they all do one specific thing.
All I know is on and off, and then volume high and volume low.
All I know is on and off for my mic. You know.
Yeah. And then even then sometimes we're like, hey, wait, no quieres jalar, güey.
When it locks, I didn't know how to take it off. So it'll be like muted, and I'm like, no prendes esta mierda. I'm like,
and then here comes Arturo, like, what are you doing? And then he's
not like, even. I'm like, fuck. And all you hear is like, tres, like, fuck.
There's no bass, and he's like, what the fuck, you know? It's like, oh, es que no sé, güey. Es que no sabo. Es que no sabo. Exactly. That's exactly what you mean. Welcome back to this is episode 52, man.
A year's worth of episodes.
Yeah, that's how I looked at it. I looked at it like when we did episode 50, that was the 1 year anniversary of the episodes. But we took like,
we had to take some breaks. There was a winter storm.
There was a winter storm.
And then like another point, like either you couldn't make it or I couldn't make it.
Yeah, we took like 2 weekends off, which were unexpected.
Which isn't bad for a whole year, you know?
Yeah.
We had 2 absences.
Really? Yeah, so that's why like 52 really should be 1 per week, because it really did feel like we did 1 episode a week. We pretty much grinded out an episode a week. We tried recording. I mean, it takes a little bit to do this, because I mean...
For you, yeah.
I mean, as far as me not paying you or anything, and
which is fine, you know. I just come here and like talk.
I mean, yeah,
and you can't even understand me, so it's like
true.
You know.
Yeah, but you mean you still got to drive here to my house at an undisclosed location in Fort Worth, Texas, and we still got to do this thing, you know, weekly. So I mean, it is a grind for sure. Like I said, I tried doing these Monday to get them out by Wednesday, and then you know me, like recording and then doing like editing like at 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, while having a job it's not the most efficient thing ever. That's for sure. Like the next morning I wake up and I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't have stayed up that long, like editing this thing, you know, this YouTube video. But you know, it's been a grind for sure. But at least episode 52 feels like 52 episodes. That's 1 a week. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. Like 1 a week. 52.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad for the first year of the show.
No, there wasn't.
What?
I think there was a plan at one point, right, to like make like an episode, like 2 episodes in 1 week.
We did.
We did.
It. Yeah, one was like a regular episode, and then we had Dr. G come out for.
Right.
So I released 2. It was for New Year's. It was around that time. I remember. I think that's the only reason we're caught up, because I think we missed 3 weeks out of the whole year. 2 unexpected, and then 1 for the winter storm, and then I released 2 1 week. So really, that's why it's 52, and because really 52 should be the 1 year. But hey, here we are. Here a whole year later after doing this, after so many gigabytes of data. I swear to God,
we survived the whole pandemic, bro.
For real, we survived. No, so much stuff. The heat, the rain,
the winter
storm.
The winter storm almost got me, bro. I was just like, su puta madre, like,
because it looked like fucking Game of Thrones outside. So it was very unexpected to live through that here in Texas. It wasn't a thing that you really expected on Valentine's Day of all days.
Yeah, and then with the power downs.
Oh, the power outages. There was people like camping in their house, having like fires inside their house to keep it. People
died.
Yeah, people passed away from it, but much that we.
But it's okay. Like heat, we can handle, right?
No, there's gonna be power outages for the AC right now, apparently too. So that's gonna be fun.
We ain't shit.
Yeah, Texas really ain't shit. Still don't move over here though, because
right?
Like there's no room.
It's like we can talk shit with Texas, but you can't.
But you can't.
Yeah.
That's so true. But yeah, that's kind of how I look at it. 52 episodes. We hope that you guys have enjoyed them up until this point, and yeah, it's been a crazy couple weeks. Last week we had Saul on here, so I'm glad you guys enjoyed that episode. We checked it out. He's a good kid. I guess I can't say kid, right? He's gonna get mad.
No, he's a kid.
He's a good young
baby,
man.
Right. It's a whole toddler.
Yeah. He's balling up his fist right now.
Well, he hears it.
Yeah, right, exactly. But yeah, we had him last week. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. So we didn't get to talk a lot about what happened last week and the weeks before that, but
oh shit,
I don't even remember at this point. But we had a busy week for sure in the Mariachi world out here in Fort Worth, Texas. Oh, one thing, Fort Worth is not like a desert town, if everybody knows. I'm mainly talking to Jen, shout out, because I met her and Roger, shout out too, people that I know from the Valley, right? That's the Valley, right? I don't want to misinterpret. 956, right? They came down over here and they didn't realize that Dallas and Fort Worth are 2 different cities, and that Fort Worth is a whole ass city. Like we have skyscrapers. Mm-hmm. So like when we were passing by, she was like, "Oh, I didn't know there was buildings here."
They thought like Fort Worth was like McAllen, where it's she's like 6 streets. I think the tallest building there is like a Chase building, and it's like 5 stories.
Right. They thought it was nothing but rancho. So like when they saw Fort Worth was a whole ass city, and we looked it up. Like Fort Worth is literally almost at 1 million people. There was a lot of people here.
Yeah.
Like it's a big city. And I don't know what they were expecting, but it was just so funny to me. It's like, yeah, I didn't know you guys had buildings.
No,
she thought we lived like on a fucking.
They thought we got home from gigs, and they're like, "Oh shit, tengo que sacar los caballos," or like some shit. Like, I gotta go milk the cows, you know? Like,
yeah, it's like we need breakfast in the morning, so we gotta get the hens, you know, check if they got eggs and shit.
You gotta shoot the coyote because he keeps eating the chickens. That's our boss's life, actually. But
yeah, he's got like goats and shit in his backyard. But no, Fort Worth is a city. I like to think as Fort Worth is like, you know how I think we said it like very early on in these episodes, but I said, you know, Dallas and Houston have a beef going for forever. Like they're always fighting each other. Who's the better city? And it's always like Fort Worth in the background just watching them fight because we're just chilling over here with the cowboy hat on. Because like I think I told them too. I was like, Fort Worth is like where the real cowboys live, like cowboy people, like people that wear like hats and boots. You go to the stockyards.
Yeah, we went to. I live like 2 minutes from
the stockyards, and then everybody in Dallas is like the corporate cowboys because like they'll be wearing a whole ass suit and then boots. You know what I mean?
Like Fort Worth is the one with the cowboys. You know, they actually know how to handle like animals and like cows. And
cattle drives.
They have like the the longhorns and shit. and like pisan caca, and they're just like
Yeah.
out there in the field, and then like the ones in Dallas are the ones with like the nice shirts, you know, like 1K hats and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm
know,
saying. Like the 10, what is it, 5-gallon hat, 10-gallon hat? I don't know. I'm not that Texan. You know what I mean? But Fort Worth is not we have buildings. We're a city. Just for anybody who's listened to this,
we're civilized. You know,
in California or in New York or whoever's listening to this. Yeah, Fort Worth is its own city. We love it here. It's a great town to live in, or city to live in.
It's Cowtown. Maybe that's why they think it's like Puro Rancho, because it's like Cowtown.
That is our mascot, the cow. We're called Cowtown.
Yeah,
you know,
because that was a thing. I think Fort Worth, like cows was a big thing here.
Yeah, the stockyards was essentially an old downtown of Fort Worth. It was a trading post, so a lot of the times cows would go through there, and then they'd go through some other.
If you go, it's pretty conserved. I mean, not any. Well, I mean, it's getting a little bit kind of like gentrified.
In a way, yeah. We're getting a Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, which is a good thing.
And then they're putting like brand new hotels and shit. But I like that they're keeping the history, because if you look at the new hotel, I think it's a Marriott, right?
Yeah.
They have like a whole like, a whole rodeo going on their wall.
Right. They're still trying to keep that old feel, which is good. That's why we have bricks on the roads. Yeah. They kind of replicate. I mean, I don't think they've ever.
From that time.
Yeah, they've never taken off those brick roads, which I always hated as a kid, because we'd be driving through there and I'm like, yeah.
I still do. I'm like, I never go through there because I'm like, fuck that.
Your tires are like, yeah, wait.
Oh, there's always people walking in and out.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's like no specific line, so sometimes. I don't know if it's supposed to be a lane thing.
There's no lines
that shit will turn to 2 lanes.
Yeah, it's. I mean, the roads from back then. The only things that were walking on those roads before were like carriages and fucking horses and motherfuckers in boots. So like, there was no Hyundai Sonatas going through there in those times. You know what I mean? So when you go through the stockyards, for sure, that's also where you see like the most tourists, most white people you'll see in Fort Worth. Because like, it's funny because that neighborhood. If the stockyards is now like Mexican country, so like all the beans are out there. Yeah. Like you said, you live 2 minutes from there. My parents live like 5 minutes from there, so like that really is like where all the Mexicans are. So if you ever come to Fort Worth, it's a good place to come. I love Fort Worth. I'll never leave here. It's too fun. But I just wanted to point that out. Shout out to you guys. Thanks for visiting. You know?
Gracias por avisar, cabrones.
But yeah, and then you were saying something about. I guess we'll get into gigs, but you said you had a gig. You almost had a gig.
Someone called me for a gig.
Right.
Which I said no to.
Yeah, you haven't been whoring out there?
It's gonna come in, like I didn't have a car for like a good 3 weeks. So like I kept telling people like, hey, I can't make it. Right. So I guess from that they got a lot of people like misinterpret, or they're just like, this guy is not gonna tell me yes anymore, I guess. Yeah. So they haven't called me anymore. But I got a call. Not a call, I got a text to go gig at a cemetery on last Friday.
A cemetery?
A funeral at 12 p.m.
When you said that, I thought you meant 12 a.m.
No.
And that scared the shit out of me, because like, ain't nobody want to play a damn gig at a cemetery at 12 a.m. You've seen those videos on YouTube? Where it's like working the graveyard shift at a freaking what is it? Cemetery.
Yeah, sorry.
Bless up. But yeah, like working at a cemetery, like with ghosts and shit. Do you believe in ghosts?
I haven't seen one.
I haven't seen one either, but I'm fucking terrified. Well, like I like watching all those shows of like ghost adventures and shit. No, but I'd be scared, bro. Like,
I hate demons. It's me, your boy.
Yeah, exactly. Because like I'll be watching it, and then like especially I always watch it when I'm alone for some reason. Like my wife's not here, so I'll watch it, and then when she leaves, like I'm like fuck. And then like when I go home, or like when I go to bed, which is like a couple steps, I always have to turn the light on because I don't want it to be dark. Am I a bitch? Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, but you ever have that thing when you're super tired? I've had it when we've been done like around 3 a.m. like at gigs, or like you get home like at 4 a.m.
Right.
Do you get like, I don't know what they are, but I think they're like mini hallucinations. Have you had that? Where you see things for like a hot minute, not a hot minute, but like real quick.
No.
Like it scares the shit out of me. Like sometimes I'll be driving and I'll be like super tired.
Oh, and you gave me fucking chills, bro. Like I just thought of like something like that. Well, continue.
And then like I'll feel like someone's in the back of the car.
Fuck.
And I'm like, I can't be a bitch, so I just like You never had that?
No, but I can imagine it. Like, oh, like you're a guy.
Huh?
Okay, hang on. You're a guy, right?
Okay.
I'm like, you sure? You know, like when you go pee.
Okay.
Every guy that's listening to this knows this. But you're peeing and like, you're like, chingo, and then you're like.
Yeah, you get
the little shiver. Yeah, that's how I. That's like I get that feeling when I think of something scary like that. Like that's the only other time I do that is when I'm peeing. But then like if I think of something scary or like you said right now, like someone in my backseat when I'm driving, like I'll be driving literally and I'll go. Like I'll just give it like a shiver. Like it's scary as fuck.
It's
dude.
scary for me too because I don't have the. You know when you open the car, there's like a light turns on. I have that turned off because I don't like.
Yeah, mine too.
I don't like seeing people like. What my shit is in there,
yeah,
night, you know.
Pinche reguero.
So yeah, exactly. So I get in there, like it's pitch black, and I'm like, what if some like motherfucker just decided to like crawl in the back of my car? So I'm just like, I'm like fucking Bill Cosby. I'm like,
yeah, like
you know.
You gotta take. It's like a double take. Yeah, I mean I do that all the time, but like with my instrument, like you know we've done that before. We look back, we're like, oh shit. Okay, it's in there.
Yeah.
But
well,
no,
that happens to me. Like I started like I don't know if it's like a hallucination or I'm just tired enough where like I see things are in there. Like sometimes I see like a little trash can and I'll think it's a person. You know, it freaks me out a lot.
Is it because you're tired?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I think and like I told you one time when we finished the podcast, like we stay here till like 1, sometimes 2 a.m.
2 in the morning.
And there was a time I told you like I got in my car. And we were talking about scary shit too. That's what got me like started into it. Yeah. And I got in my car, dude, and I saw this tree and like the branches looked in the way and it looked like a face. And I'm just like, here we go. You know? I'm like, fuck. So I'm driving home and I see like all these shapes that look like people and I'm like,
dude, that's literally like the plot of a movie. Like that shit's scary.
It just happens when I'm tired. I think it's just, you know, you're tired and your eyes just kind of like play games. And when I'm home, no, hombre, super. Like the fucking the outdoor light is fucking bright, so it makes a lot of shadows. And we have like 2 little pine trees, and I'm just like, I see like a person. I'm like,
oh shit.
So I'm like walking like a bitch, is like to my house. I'm like, you know,
the key.
Yeah. You over here missing the hole. You're like,
he's like, I'm not usually this bad, you know.
Yeah. I have a good aim, I swear.
Yeah.
But has that ever happened to you?
No, I mean, I'm more of the type of person, if I hear something scary, I'll choose to ignore it. Like,
oh, like you're like, if I ignore it, it's not real?
Yeah. Like, I'll be in here, and not to say, like, I hear screams or anything, but, like, I'll hear noises. You know, you just hear, like, and I'm like, it was the cat. And I'm like, just Sophie needs to chill. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just more like that. Like,
well, Sophie and Cap are like locked the fuck out.
Yeah, they're the worst fucking Cap's a pussy, like literally. So like something comes in, he's running under the table, and then Sophie will just try to like jump up and like if it was a straight up ghost, she'd be trying to like play with him, bro. Motherfucker trying to kill me, and she's like, you know, like playing with him. So. Point is, you had a gig like at a cemetery. So I was like, when you said 12 a.m., I was like, hell no, I'm not risking no damn gig to bring back spirits, even if they're nice spirits. I don't want to see them.
We did a late gig one time. It was like around winter, so like you know how it got dark quick. I don't really remember that.
Oh well, I know. Yeah, in the winter it gets dark.
We did like a gig in a cemetery in South Fort Worth.
We did.
I remember.
I was there.
Yeah, it was a long time ago because I remember I still had that mora guitarron. And we played outside, and it was getting dark as fuck.
Was it when Arturo wasn't there?
Yeah, Arturo wasn't there.
Oh, is it when you walked? We were already playing, and you walked in later.
Was it?
Because you were a little late, and then we were playing like I don't know what, but then you came in. Oh, we're playing Amor Eterno, I think.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, it's just me, you know, playing the vihuela, and then I was like, da-da, and then you came in, boom, boom, like you were walking up playing.
Yeah.
Okay, so that one?
It got pretty dark.
It was dark as fuck. Yeah, I think that's the darkest I've ever been to a cemetery.
And we still had to go to Burros.
Yeah.
So it was around 7, I think.
Yeah.
6:30 maybe. But yeah, it was getting dark there.
Mm-hmm. Damn. So.
Oh, but no, this gig was at 12 p.m. And I had stuff to do, so I couldn't go. But I didn't want to go either because it was 12 p.m. at cemetery. That means.
Sun.
And it's pretty hot in Texas right now.
Hell yeah.
You know.
It's June, dude. Oh, officially. Oh, shit. Today's the first day of summer. Look at that. It's 21st.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's officially hot season. in Texas. So 12 p.m. means the sun's like right on top of you.
Yeah.
Which means for sure like
you're getting fried.
Yeah.
It's like some type of brain trauma.
It's like being in a broiler.
Yeah, in a suit. Which pinche traje, like that I told you was ripped from
I saw the little rip on you and I just
it got bigger. It's like 5 inches bigger now. Like longer.
Okay.
And I'm like, fuck. No, but in a black suit. In the black suit, no. And then I would have gone on harp, so like that harp is like fucking gonna get cooked and shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, nope.
No, it's rough too, cause like if they put you like, you know how they always have like a little, what is it called?
Like a tarp.
Like a tarp for the people that are mourning. Obviously, you don't want them, but like it's like, well, where do we go? You know, so if there's no trees at that cemetery, you're fucked. Like straight up.
There's very few trees. You know.
Oh yeah, for sure. So you didn't end up going? No, it wasn't worth the ghost, bro. To be honest.
I haven't done. There was a point where we did a lot of cemeteries, a lot of funeral
during COVID.
Yeah,
there was a lot of where they were like weekly. Yeah, it's rough, man. But COVID doesn't exist anymore. So, well, according to Texas. But hey, man, I got my fucking vaccine. I don't know about y'all, dirty asses.
De la rabia.
But anyway, this week was pretty good, I guess. Seafood Shack, Planta. Oh, did we talk about last week? Oh no, we didn't. Last week we went to Seafood Shack as guests. You remember? We went to go eat. Yeah, we didn't talk about that last week. Saul got a chance to finally eat the flatas from there. He was happy with them. Because we talked about this in an episode, but he got like the shrimp nachos. We're like, bro, we literally talk about the flatas all the time, and you got the fucking shrimp nachos. Like,
I mean, besides that, like 3 of us had ordered flautas.
All of us did.
And then we got to him. He's like, I don't trust these guys. You know, I don't think they've been here enough.
I'm like, trust me, we have.
Yeah. You know? He's like, I don't trust you.
We've been around here, you know. So we know what's up.
He's like, how's the nachos?
I'm like, you know.
We're like, empezamos mal.
Yeah, but he got the flautas. We got to eat there. I like going to Seafood Shack as a guest. Like going there to sit down. All the meseras are like, "Van a tocar?" I'm like, hell no, we can sit here and chow down, you know. But this week, just a lot of people. Like I said, Seafood Shack is kind of like we already know what the fuck going on. We had to set up a little differently though, because they had like a table in the way of where we were.
Yeah. So
we were a little awkward as far as the orientation goes, but it was fun.
Like, you know.
Yeah. We didn't go to our planta this week on Friday. Is that 2 weeks in a row?
Again. Yeah.
Did we not? Oh yeah, we didn't go last week. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so 2 weeks in a row. Damn, we didn't go to. Well, we didn't talk about this last time because we talked with Saul. Jackie, shout out. Her parents always go to the restaurant to like every once in a while. Well, not always, but like every couple weeks they go to the restaurant. And last week she sent you a snap or Boy a snap. I don't remember. Of like her mom was mad because like there was another Mariachi there.
Oh yeah.
So like she was like she's mad because y'all aren't here, and like she straight up looked mad in the snap. It's because I mean it's not like we announce when we're not gonna be there because there's gonna be a mariachi either way. It's just that it's because when we have hours, it's easier to go play a couple hours somewhere than play the planta. So we usually get someone to cover us just to make it a little easier, you know.
Yeah.
But I guess they were so mad that they hired us for this Friday. So we
actually they did do that. They hired us for the next day.
Right.
Because we played for their dad, remember?
We didn't talk about this last week. They wanted
to bring his dad to the restaurant to hear us.
Oh, yeah, he told us.
And then,
El viejito, yeah.
Yeah, and then he's like, you guys weren't there, so like, we hired you. Because that next day, when I got in the van, Arturo was like, hey, kaya mas jale. And I'm like, from who? And they're like, whatever Cesar, I think that's the name of the...
I don't know her dad's name.
I think his name is
I just know he's bald.
He's like, Cesar y su esposa, like, hired us for like an hour.
The next day.
For their dad.
Because we weren't at the restaurant.
Yeah.
So hasta salió bien.
Yeah. Right?
We got an hour out of it.
¿Estás enojar?
Yeah. And I guess they hired us to this Friday because we didn't go to the planta. We had someone else cover.
I don't know if it was them, but it was for like one of their family.
Well, they were there. Yeah. Well, before that, we had what was it?
But I'm pretty sure they recommended us. We went to
some 15.
Yeah, what was I gonna say? That girl looked a lot older than 15 though.
I don't remember her.
And she looked very tall.
Like linebacker status?
Yeah.
Oh.
She looked like more like a bride than anything. I was like,
yeah, like on tal vato.
Pretty much.
But she was 15. That's true. Sometimes we play for some quinceañeras where it's like, you 15? You look 30.
Oh shit.
Right? All fucked up. No, but for real, like sometimes they do look a lot older. Because I remember, well, looking back, my sister's 15s. I have two sisters. They both had 15s. Oh, I guess because I was younger too.
You know, playing at 15.
I don't know.
Playing at 15 is how I realized I was growing up. Because I started playing around their age, you know? So, like, whenever you're playing for another person that you're their age, you're kind of like, oh, she's cute or something, you know? But now you're old. But as you're growing up, you know, as I turn 17, 18, I'm like, están morrillas, you know? And then you're hitting your 20s and you're like, you could be my kid, bro. Like,
yeah, that's true. That is true, yeah. Like, I think when I got started, yeah, they are kind of like around your age. And then you're old and you're like, se mira bien morritas. And
yeah, because when you look at...
Am I old?
When you look at them when you're like... when you're their age, you're like... You look at them as like... Don't look...
You're equal.
Right. And then when you look at them like, you know, as you hit your... Like I said, like early 20s and stuff, you're like... Yeah, they're chiquitas, you know? You're like... I'm trying to like watch what it says here, 'cause I know...
No, I know what you're saying because it's the same feeling that you get when you go to like... It's like, you know how you were in high school. Like, you know how you were. You know how everybody around you looked.
Yeah.
And then I used to go pick up, like, my brother and sister back when they were in high school. Like, they're no longer there. But I would pick them up, and I was already, like, in college, you know. So I was older. So I would go back, and I'm like, these dudes are in high school? Like, they look like kids.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit, that's because I'm an adult. Like, you know what I mean? It's exactly what you're saying.
Or like when you go to an elementary school and then you go to a restroom. Or like the desks, they're like super tiny. You know?
For you, I mean, I still fit there. I'm like, what's the assignment, boss? Because I can ace them now, you know. No, but that's true. Yeah, you go to elementary school and like the urinals. You know what's crazy? For the longest, I didn't realize. My head didn't put it together. Some girls don't know what a urinal looks like.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because they don't have them in their bathrooms. Yeah. So, like, I can imagine them walking into a boy's bathroom like, what the fuck is that? Because, like, they've never seen one. Yeah. There's not one at their house. There's not one at a restaurant. Like, if they were going there on mistake, it's like, how do we go in here?
They're like,
how does this work?
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, right.
Like, they sit on it. They, like, sit on it.
It's the sink. Like, what? Okay, this is weird. But yeah, that's true. It's true. How did I get on that? Yeah, it's true. Like when I know exactly what you're saying. Like, it's like when you look at pictures of yourself from high school, you're like, that was me. Like, I don't think I looked like that, but I did. You know what I mean? So then you look at middle schoolers or like elementary school, you're like, man, these are kids, dude. They're so young. But like, I look back at when I was that age and I'm like, I feel like I looked older, but then you see a picture and you're like, I did not look older. Yeah. I looked young as fuck. Like, what the hell? I look nothing like I do now, you know? So, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's when I realized I was like, I'm growing up.
It's like that sound on TikTok is like, I'm going to call you back. Me. The one that like pulls back. You haven't seen it on TikTok? Sorry. It's like a trend right now, dog.
Bro. I don't get in it a lot.
I do. It's my whole life right now, bro. TikTok is such a great app because it keeps you engaged like no other fucking app. Instagram it's got a bunch of shit. They just want to sell stuff to you, and it's a bunch of influencers. And then Twitter, I liked it for the randomness too.
I like the rawness on Twitter.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck on Twitter.
So like Facebook is more for your family, you know, because all the older people have Facebook. Everyone has Facebook. That, you know, your tias, your cousins, your mom.
I check Facebook more for the life events. So it's like your cousin just got married. She's gonna have a kid. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, because and it's funny because like my wife says that the most she gets on is Facebook. Does that mean my wife is an old lady? Damn. Yeah, like TikTok is such a freaking engaging app.
I like TikTok because the algorithm is based on like your likes, but like it's more like the hashtags around it, you know?
I guess so, yeah.
Because it's a lot of random shit from stuff that you liked before. Compared to Instagram, Instagram, you kind of like.
That's what Instagram wanted to do, but now everything is just a bunch of influencers. That's why I
saying.
like TikTok is always like some random motherfucker doing some stupid ass shit, and then you look at their profile and they got like 40,000 views, like followers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's what I kind of like about TikTok. And you can spend hours on that shit, dude. Literally hours. I use it more as a TV show than anything. Like I don't use it as a fucking 5-minute break. Like I end up like 4 hours later, like what the fuck? And it literally have you ever gotten to the guy that tells you like, whoa, you've been on TikTok for a while? You know? No. There's like a PSA dude that comes out. He's like, go get some water, get something to eat. And I just like swipe. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. I know what the fuck I'm doing.
No, but that's why I like TikTok. And then Instagram just kind of like shows you something, and it forces you to like it,
until you like it. Yeah.
And I'm like, that's why I get off of it real quick. I just watch like a few stories, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. Yeah. And then I go on Twitter. Twitter is my main thing. Yeah. That's where all the funny shit is. You know.
I love social media. It's so bad that it's good.
Yeah. But yeah, that quinceañera did not look 15, man.
How did we get on that? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, like she was, I don't remember her, to be honest. Like I said, I was just playing the gig because it went by quick for 2 hours. It just felt like pretty quick. And then afterwards is where we went with Jackie's family. We played with them. I had never seen her mom that happy.
Yeah, they all got drunk as fuck. It was funny because okay.
Hang on. Look at my cat. You guys can't see it, but my cat be on some stupid shit. You see him? No. You don't see his fucking paws? No. Hang on. I'm going to put this as a little clip. You were saying?
I forgot. Oh, yeah, I never seen, like, because we got there, right? And it was funny because the cumpleañera came out, like, before we fucking... Oh, pues.
I'm listening. Oh, yeah. He won't fucking stop.
He's, like, digging into it.
Yeah, dude. So you were saying?
No, it was, like, I didn't know what it was. It was... The gig was really close to Burritos.
Yeah, it was, like, up the street. Yeah. That's funny.
And, you said there was no one at Burritos, apparently?
When I passed by, nobody was there, so I was like, damn, so is someone going? And then the other thing, too, is that we were tuning up and everything, and we were about to go into the house. Right, that's what it was good. And la cumpleañera, or was it her birthday? Yeah, right? Her birthday. She came out, and she saw us, so I was like, oh, I didn't realize she was the cumpleañera until we walked in and we started playing for her. And I was like, oh, shit, like, surprise, you know?
Yeah, so but funny. I mean, she did the whole thing, you know. I think she pretended to be surprised. She's like, oh, because I think her husband got it for her, and then she was like, oh, babe, you shouldn't have, you know.
Like we fucked up the surprise. We wasted the good surprise. So oh well.
But yeah, as soon as we got there, they started taking shots.
Shots, like, dude, like shot. Like, yeah. And it's funny because I felt like they took like 1 or 2 shots and they were gone. Because I
remember
they were twirling.
I wasn't taking count. They wanted us to drink. But I was like, nah, not today.
I'm like, I'm sober, so... Yeah, but I didn't drink. I was drinking... It was 97, 8, 9,000 degrees outside, and they kept giving me fucking waters and we're cold. Then, okay, I'm sorry, but like, if you're going to offer me water, don't give me water that's room temp if it's that hot outside. At that point, I'd rather just fucking die of dehydration.
Okay.
Straight up. Because he gave me, he asked, I feel bad, but he asked me, ¿Quieres agua? And I'm like, sí, una agüita, por favor. Oh, es que no están frías. And I'm like, and I was like, no, entonces no. And he's like, ¿qué? And I'm like, tráigala pues. So I got it, and like I drank out of it, but it feels like I'm drinking loogies. You know what loogies are, right? No. It's like your spit, you know, like a vava.
What the fuck?
Because it's just that consistency, like it's thick as fuck. Like, it's not refreshing at all. Who enjoys lukewarm water? Like at that hot temperature, I'd just rather choke, have cotton mouth.
Okay, cool.
I'm sorry.
That sounds fair. I mean,
yeah,
it's to be that, you know.
Right. Yeah. But they were drinking. They wanted us to drink, and I was like,
I wasn't feeling it. I was like, no, not today.
But they were pretty gone, dude. To the point where like they were dancing like crazy. They were asking songs like crazy.
By 8:30 p.m., they were like, woo.
They were fucking slumped, dude. They were like, boom,
yeah. And we played pretty regularly. For we say Jackie's parents because we kind of like no Jackie more. You know.
Yeah.
Or like every time we're like, where are we playing? Like Arturo's like, oh, we're playing with Jackie's parents.
Jackie's, yeah.
So that's why we say that a lot.
Yeah.
And we play for them a lot. You know.
Yeah.
We play for like their family, their other family members.
Well, we played at Jackie's 15.
Like, well, I wasn't there for that.
I was there. Oh,
okay.
Were you there?
No.
Well, point is, they've been hiring us for a very long time.
Yeah,
like they're returning customers.
Right. And this is the time where I've seen them. I've seen her mom. I forgot her mom's name. But that's the drunkest I've seen her. You know,
she was having a great time. I'll just say that. And it's funny because like everybody kept cracking jokes, and you know, I think we talked about this before. But like Mexicans, when everybody got jokes, it's like they're trying to outfunny each other. So it's like and then over here it's like and this over here is like and I'm just like trying to play.
We're like ¿Cuál quieren?
¿Cuál quieren, por favor? And then it's like mujeres divinas and it's like fuck, like, just fucking say it, you know. But you're right, dude. It was funny too because like they would bend down and the ladies would like
this lady
grab.
This lady specifically was like, I swear I'm not like this, and then do some crazy shit, you know, like, segura?
I swear I've never done this before. And then as soon as she bends down, she fucking
porque la señora, I'm not gonna say who it was.
Yeah.
But like se le cayó algo, right? Because she was talking to us. Se ponieron muy platicadores.
Okay.
Because they were drunk.
Yeah.
So like every time we finish, they'd be like, "Oh, see this going on or something, right?"
Okay.
And then this lady, whose name shall not be named, dropped something, right?
Yeah.
So she kind of bends down to pick it up.
Yeah.
And I see this other lady just kind of like lock onto it, and she's like, so she gets behind her and like she grabs her waist, and all here's like,
we're like, oh, you win.
And that thing is happening like a foot away from me, bro. So I'm just
there was no personal space at this gig because they were like right in front of us. So it's like I'm seeing everything. It's like right there, you know.
So I'm just like, con permiso. Like, I just kind of get out the way, like.
Oh shit!
Like these ladies are like.
I'm like, nobody better take a video because like they're gonna be like, that was me, and I'm like, that was you.
That's
what was you.
They're not gonna remember anything they said. Because they were saying some crazy shit too.
Yeah, dude. I was just like listening like
like, ma'am, lower your voice, ma'am. Like
ma'am. That's funny. I like that. It's ma'am. But yeah, that's very true. And then I forgot that fucking dog shit himself.
Oh, yeah. I saw the dog kind of like too still, and I'm like, okay. And then you see like pinches bolitas de peso just kind of like drop, and I'm like,
dude.
No.
The dog just straight up squat. It's because we were playing on a grass like little part of the backyard. So I'm sure he's thinking is like, why are they playing on my toilet right now?
Yeah.
So like when he came out, he's like, I'm gonna do what I always do when I come out here. So he just popped the squat and dropped one. You know,
he did that, and then they were like, no, don't do that. And then the dog started like running, but as he's running, he's dropping more like.
Estaba cayendo el premio. Like,
and then this little kid.
Oh shit! I forgot that, dude. It was funny because like okay. So the dog dropped some logs, right? So then the homeowner went to go get like a little shovel, like to pick it up or whatever. So as he's going over there, some little kid like not que ver, he's just walking by, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
Like
como que se resbaló un poquito también, ¿no?
Yeah, like he could not have hit it better. Like right in the middle, smack dab, fresh out the asshole.
Like right on the heel, bro. Like
yeah, dude. And they were like, no. And the kid like Cincuenta, and he's like, he just stepped in shit. And like it was funny too because like they picked it up, según or whatever. But I'm like, there are still shit particles in that grass.
Well, yeah.
And then the ladies, they were feeling in a dancey type of vibe. They were taking off their chanclas. And I was like, yeah, they started doing like zapateados right there. And I'm like, I was like, I know your foot smell like shit right now. I seen my dog take dumps, like I know there's still going to be some leftover residue. Sorry.
The worst part too is whenever there's a shit, like it doesn't smell as strong when it comes out.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing. But when you step on it, you can't smear it. Like
it's
the smell, it's like a little stink bomb.
It's amplified. Because like when we were playing, I'm like, bleh.
Yeah, like that thing was smelling, and I'm like, when
it was not the funniest time, I'll tell you that.
They were having the time of
their
life.
They were fucking lit, dude. Which was cool. It does because like with those gigs, it's cool because at least they keep you entertained. So the 2 hours don't feel like much. Well, we played 2 hours, and I think they wanted another hour.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, so it ended up being 3 hours. Right.
It was funny too watching Jackie's parents get lit. Well, only her mom got lit.
Yeah.
But like her dad Cesar, which is kind of looking at her mom like it's just a typical Friday. You know, like
he's like I already know she's gonna knock the fuck out.
Yeah.
Which I've done with my wife before. Like, you know, when she gets a little tipsy, I'm just like, I already know she's gonna knock the fuck out at home. Like, I just lay her down. She's like, I'm like, chingon. Now I can do whatever I want. And I'm like, I just go to sleep too. But yeah, that's true. It turned into 3 hours. So it was like a 5-hour Friday, which is random, you know. So it was better than the restaurant. Obviously, you make more than playing at the planta. So cool with me, you know. Next day, we had. Well, it was good because Friday we had those 5 hours, and then the next day we had 3.5. So altogether it was like what 8, like for the weekend or whatever. And then I saw that meme because it was Father's Day weekend. Yeah. And you would think that we get a lot of work that Saturday, but were any of them Father's Day related? No, right?
No.
It's just like Father's Day is just like whatever. I saw that meme that was like on Dia de las Madres is like all these motherfucking mariachis like stacked the fuck up, like ready to go. And then Dia de los Padres is like some work, please.
Un trio is just like
yeah. Please help. That's true, dude. Dad just be like, oh, it's because I mean, I don't even know if my dad would be into us getting a mariachi for him. Is it just a lady thing?
I don't know about mine.
Stupid. Is your dad Johnny?
Yeah.
Johnny lo conocí.
Johnny lo conocí.
What was the first gig? On Saturday.
It was el que tocamos de Rapa.
Oh man, some shit went down on Saturday. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Okay, it didn't start off well. Like I said,
it started off well.
Okay, look,
we got there on time. We got to the place on time, you know.
Right. Okay, so look, we didn't start the day till we met up at 5:15. So I got to sleep in that Saturday. I was like, chingon, I'm gonna get my rest. I got to hang out a little bit. You know, it's better than like madrugando. You know, obviously if you weren't working all night the night before. But I woke up, chingon, got to the meeting place a little late, but we're not gonna talk about that. And then we went to the gig, and you're right, we got there early. So we're like, damn, we got here early. We were doing sound checks.
We did sound check. We sounded good. The sound was good.
The sound system was holding up a little bit, and the gig was a little slow, but I mean, it was for 2 hours. It was supposed to be an hour and a half.
We played a good chunk for like quinceañera because we got there with just her and like her family.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of people.
So we were playing for them for a little bit, and then people started getting there.
Yeah, and it was fine. Like everything.
How long was that gig supposed to be? Hour and a half.
It was supposed to be from 5 to 6. No, 6 to 7:30. That was the planned time for this place. Now, I need to paint this picture. The place that we went to, we've gone here before. But it's like a shopping center. But there's like literally 4 different salones in that shopping center. And all 4 of them always have an event going on. So anytime that we've gone there before, I'm like, oh, I've been here before. But next door, there can be like a boda. And next door to that can be like a quince. Or next door to that could be a fucking, 50th anniversary or whatever. So we walk in. Nobody stopped us. We did a sound check. We started playing. It is now 7:14, 7:15. So we're like 15 minutes away from finishing this damn gig. And then Arturo, my boss.
All right. So we're playing, right? And he's always to my right.
Yeah.
And all I hear is like he gets on his phone and he's like, shit, wait, I think we're at the wrong gig.
No, I noticed first because I went to him and I saw him talking on the phone. He's like,
no, that was later.
He was like,
that was later though.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
talked to you first?
Yeah, because he got next to me. He's like, bro, I think we're at the wrong gig. Because I don't know, he saw him approach me. He approached me with his phone on.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait, I think we're at the wrong gig. And that's such a bizarre thing to tell you when you're in like an hour 15 into a gig.
Like where we literally have played like 90% of the gig.
Like for all the charros listening, imagine you're doing like a 2 hour and then they tell you we're at the wrong gig and you're already playing all this time, So that's when he went like next to you.
Started calling.
Yeah. And then he's like, wait, I think we're at the wrong gig. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, just texted me where we were at. And I'm like, we're at the gig, you know, like
for real. He was like, pues aquí andamos. O sea, like, no la quinceañera de, what was her name? It was like,
I don't know,
Priscilla or some shit. I don't know. No la quinceañera de Priscilla? And she's like, and I already knew from his face. You know what I mean? I was just like, because I think we were in the middle. We were about to start another song. We were waiting for him, you know, to start it. And once I saw that face of like, I'm like, fuck, we're at the wrong fucking gig. So I pass on the information to like the three violins. I'm like, we're at the fucking wrong gig. And they're all like, no. Because we all knew we were about to finish. Yeah. And I remember having that feeling of like, this is too easy. Like, we got here early. Like, we set up. Like, we had a whole sound check. Like, it's been going pretty smooth. So, of course, we're at the wrong fucking gig. You know what I mean? So, like, when she said, apparently it was the salon next door.
It's because the thing about the salones, too, is that they're all named the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
They're all named La Hada or something.
Los Hadas Ballroom. Yeah. They're all, like, not even numbered. It's not even, like, number 1, number 2, number 3. No, they're all the same. So, that's the thing that we got, like, fucked up, though. It's because it was, like, we've been playing this long. And it's like, why has nobody stopped us? Like, so, why hasn't the people that we've been playing at right now been like, these aren't the guys I hired? Or then the other gig either. Apparently they had been calling, but obviously Arturo didn't have his phone on him. But they didn't call until like, I think he said the first call, like, or like contact.
Like an hour later, no?
40 to an hour later. I forgot exactly what he said. But like way later than we were supposed to. Like if we were supposed to be there at 6, I'd be calling at 6:05 like, hey, where you guys at? You know what I mean? But they didn't say anything until like way later. So like there was a lot of faults in what happened. Point is, we were like, what the fuck? We're at the wrong fucking place. So we didn't even finish the gig there with that guy because we were like, well, fuck, let's pack up. So we packed up all this shit. Arturo was like, pues ya que, I guess we could just go over there. Para no quedar mal, go over there. And, you know, we were only supposed to play like another 10 minutes over there. So he was like, I guess we'll just play the last 10 minutes and we're going to have to return the money. I guess we're not getting paid here or over there. Yeah. So we're like, fuck, so we're already saying like, pues estaba bien la práctica, you know. Está buena el promo.
I was like, what? I'm like, there's no point in making anyone feel bad, you know. So like,
like
we were just cracking jokes. We were like,
pues ya que, you know.
We're like, hell yeah, you know, like podcast content. We're like,
and Arturo was like, y'all think this is funny? And I'm like, well, kind of. What else can we do?
You want to cry, bro? Like you got, you know, at least something. Like I'll go like. Some comedy came out of this.
Yeah, I mean,
just
like I was just like, obviously I felt bad. I was like, well, fuck,
it
like,
sucked, you know. Like, but what can you do?
There's nothing can be done at that point. We're like, okay, well, we still have, you know, like 2 hours after this. You know, it's something out of the weekend, you know. And so we literally walked over with our instruments to the place. Arturo walked in and talked to the people. I thought we were gonna play like at least, you know, 2 more songs or whatever for them, at least just para no quedar mal, you know. But the lady was like, no, you guys were late. So she wanted her deposit back, apparently. So Arturo gave her the deposit back. We're like, man, like, we ain't shit. We're probably, if we had a Yelp page, she'd be like 0 stars, you know? So we were like, pues ya ni modo, right? So we pack up all our shit. We picked up our instruments. We went into the van. Todos agüitados, like, pues ya ni modo.
We were doing the walk of shame and shit.
Right. We did the walk of shame like 3 fucking times because we didn't even say bye to the original gig. Like the venue. We didn't say like eso era la presentación or like nothing. We just literally walked out like embarrassed, like walk of shame, literally. So we all just walked out like, damn, like, you know. And then so what happened was we were on our way out. We were in the van. We're all packed up. I'd already taken off all my moño and my saco and everything. And the guy from that original, from the place we actually played at, ended up playing at, he had told us that he had hired a mariachi and he put a deposit with those guys and they didn't show up.
Right.
So, like, it sucked because in a way we kind of saved him because I'm sure he was thinking like, okay, so those other guys didn't show up, but I guess they sent these guys, or I don't know what was going through his head, to be honest. Yeah. But point is, he in the end got a mariachi with us, even though he didn't pay us. Yeah. So, like, he walked out, and he was like, how much would you guys charge me, like, to keep going? Like, to finish the gig? He's like, when were y'all supposed to finish? Like, well, we were supposed to finish at 7:30, you know, but, like, what we can do is we can go till 8:15, whatever you want. He's like, how much? Like, we told him the price, and he's like, thought about it for a second. He's like, si quieren, vengan a acabar para que se vayan con algo, you know? And we're like,
thank you, sir. With that little cat with the tear eyes.
Yeah, dude, we're like for real. It was because we were gonna walk out with nothing, you know. So
we're already leaving. Like,
we were literally on our way out. We were already in the van, packed up, ready. You know, address already in Apple Maps to go to the next gig. You know. But the guy took it upon himself to be like, well, these guys did play me the whole hour, almost an hour and a half. He's like, I'll pay them, you know, for what they paid. And, you know, because he was in a shit situation too. It sucks for him. Whatever mariachi it was, he didn't tell us who it was, but just took his money, took his deposit, didn't even show up for the gig. So imagine, you know, you hired a mariachi, you literally planned out this time slot for the mariachi, and they don't show up. Like, fuck. Which is kind of what we did to the other party. But that was a mistake.
We returned the money, you know.
We returned the money, right? We could have just been like, no, fuck you guys, you know, or whatever. But, you know, we didn't do that. That was literally our bad. You know, like, we didn't intend on that. We literally thought we were at the right place until we found out it wasn't. You know what I mean? It's like, where you guys at? Aquí andamos. Arturo, like, no es la quinceañera de so-and-so? And it's like, no. And like, fuck, you know. So it was a shit situation that ended up being okay because the guy ended up paying for us,
except for the other quinceañeras, because they were twins, right? They were
apparently twins. I hope they had a badass DJ. That's as much as I can say, you know. Sorry if you guys are listening to the pod. Probably not. They're probably like 0 stars. They're the 1 star on Apple reviews or whatever.
Damn, that sucks.
But yeah, we got something out of it, which is fucking great. Cause like walking out of that place, like, walk of shame, you know, just being like, we're at the wrong place. You know, it was such a shitty feeling. But we got out of it, you know. Great. That's as much as I can say about that. And then we left there. Like I said, we only had like 3.5 hours. We went to what was the second gig?
We went to that. It was an anniversary.
Oh yeah, they had the smallest little venue, which isn't bad. But what was bad was the damn DJ kept using those smoke machines.
Yeah.
So it looked like a hot box.
Well, besides that, I think that was a good idea to make like como carne in an inside place.
They were making tacos, right?
Yeah. So I thought it was a good idea to have like a little grill inside a place. So it was all smoky to begin with. You go in, you can feel like onions. She's like
sizzling your damn eyes.
Yeah. So you're playing like this. You're like, you know,
you're like, I know I smell delicious, but damn, this shit hard. Because it was two sources of smoke combining. It was like the DJ smoke and then the fajita smoke.
You know who the DJ remind me of? He reminded me of that nurse from TikTok. He's like, get vaccinated, motherfuckers.
Oh, really? Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but yeah, I didn't really look at him. I just know he was playing like Bon Jovi.
Yeah, he was on some weird shit.
Yeah.
And like his mic had like ultra fucking echo.
Yeah, he's like, well, aquí estamos. Aquí estamos. Yeah, he had crazy echo. Well, Arturo said he was Chilango, and apparently Chilangos like all that like English music. So it was funny because I was like, he was Arturo was all like jamming to it, and I was like, he's like, this is Bon Jovi. And I'm like, so this motherfucker's just playing like whatever music he likes. It's like me going to a gig and I'm like playing Turnpike. Like hell yeah. And it's like a bunch of beans, so it's like they don't like this, you know. Yeah. But nobody stopped him, so he was just listening to Bon Jovi by himself.
But I mean, as soon as we got there, I was ready to leave, man. I don't know, like
it was hot too.
Yeah.
Like it's because it was such a small venue, so a lot of people crammed in there, a lot of smoke. But she looked happy, which is good. We walked in and El Novio, or it was a 50th, or it was like a something anniversary, right? Wedding. And
El Novio wasn't there.
He wasn't there. He was picking up like a cake or something. Yeah. I was like, bro,
this is your party.
This is your party. Why are you picking up the cake now? Like, tell someone to do that, you know? ¿No tienes hijos? Like,
the girls are like, we got the mariachi, bro. Like, yeah. You know?
The son is like, es que pa no sabo cómo agarrar el cake. ¿Cómo lo pay? How do I pay el dinero? You know.
It's like pagan cel.
Aquí vengo por un cake para my dad for his anniversaries.
Es que vengo en la mamalona.
Fucking no sabo kids, like don't know how to order. But yeah, like he picked up his own cake. He walked in a little late to his own party, but hey, he was there. They seem to have a great time, you know. That's all that matters.
She was happy.
And then the last one, we played for Colombians. Were they Colombian? They said something about like that. I don't think I played for Colombians. They were loud as hell though. Yeah. Goddamn, like we were in the living room, and like 360 all around you was Colombians. So
it was like one Mexican.
I felt like I was on an episode of Narcos. You ever seen Narcos?
No.
It's the Colombian one. So like everybody was talking loud and fast as fuck. And they have like a little bit more of a different accent than Mexicans do. So like when they were talking, there was this old guy who was drunk. He kept saying shit to me, and I was just like,
he kept singing. Oh, he did that on a song.
oh, we played Tristes Recuerdos.
And he started singing it to the air.
He starts singing it to the da 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 da, and we're like, wait. It was a little confusing though, because like when they talk, like it made it hard for me to understand. Plus, it was loud in there, so because everybody was talking.
He kept wanting El Aeroplano, and we're like, bro,
what's that?
No one says for that. It's a song. Yeah.
Oh, shit! If I know, I don't know if I can know. But yeah, it was a good time too. Their theme was Power Rangers,
right?
So I was like, hey,
that was weird for like, cause the lady was like turning 80, I think.
Well, I think it was a kid's birthday too.
Oh.
Because there was a little kid walking around with like the ribbon with money on it.
Oh, bro.
So I guess they just combined the parties. It's like, we're not having two parties. Just make one party. Because I saw the Power Ranger theme and I was like, hey, badass. I was like, I know everything here. I'm an expert. I was like, I know what I'm talking about. They had 3 different generations.
It was a kid's party, but they were taking shots and shit.
Yeah, right. The kids was like, is this apple juice? Like, why is it spicy?
Like, yeah. He's like, oh, not apple juice. He's like,
but it was a good time. It was an hour. I thought they were gonna ask for more, but they didn't.
Yeah,
the guy was all like, "So is this y'all's like last gig?" And we're like, yeah." He's like, "Okay, yeah, después we'll talk or whatever."
Well, he was drunk.
Oh, was he?
When he got to the van,
was he?
Because he came all the way to the van for some reason, and then he was like, "Dan listos," and we're like, who are you talking to?
Who are you hollering to? It sucked because I needed to pee, and like when he walked up, I was like, I had to put my wiener up. I was like, fuck, man. Ni modo,
it wasn't a bad gig. It was very crowded.
It was very crowded, but the hour went by pretty quick, surprisingly, for being that packed and stuff. I was hungry though because we didn't really eat. All the gigs were back to back. Well, I ate those tacos because nobody else ate them, so I was like, okay. But we never stopped anywhere to get some food or anything. It was they were all back to back, so which I would expect. Like
I was looking forward to that after the whole thing with the first 3 hour. Because I'm like, well, at least now we have time to go to like a gas station. And then our boss was like, I those way. Like, you know, we have so much time now.
Yeah, dude, because we fucked up. But
after that, they were just like.
I'm just glad that, we got something out of it. That could have been such a bad situation. Like, it would have just been a promo gig, really. Like the people there were like, oh, it's a nice mariachi. Like, and that's as much as we can get.
Pass out cards.
Yeah, pass out cards. Because I even told Arturo, like, once we finished there and we were, like, found out we're at the wrong place, I was like, well, do you want me to still hand out cards? I mean, they still got to hear us, like, he's like, pues ya que, like, might as well,
Forget that people were like, hell yeah, free mariachis, bro. Like, you pay for free.
Yeah. Like, so, I mean, it was fine. It's whatever. It was a good weekend. It could have been a lot worse, I guess you could say, but, hey.
It wasn't a bad weekend.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, it ended up being okay, and we didn't work that much. I got to enjoy the next day, too, because we didn't work on Sunday. So, good for me, Because, I mean, a lot of people were working for Father's Day, and it's like, chingon, but I didn't. Did you?
No,
I didn't do much. But, yeah, good times, guys, good times. A lot of memories. Que me los llevo hasta la muerte. Oh, shit. That shit fucking crazy. Let's get into Charro chat. XVCI_ says, what do you think about girls in mariachi? Had a lady this weekend, this lady mad this weekend because I was there and she has said that she requested no girls. Fuck. An actual lady saying like, I don't want girls here.
Sounds like she has trust issues.
Trust?
Something. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing that kind of got me. I'm like, well, if she want, like, I'm cool with like girls in a group, right? So like, is it really like there's clients out there that just like even the girls? That's what got me. Like the girls are like, I don't want any girls there. Like,
I don't know. Fuck. I've heard of people like they want like a girl singer.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, but not one to be like, no, I don't want no girls here. Like,
yeah.
And if you're a girl, it's like, damn, like you just don't want them representing you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That seems like a little because so many times that we have to play songs that Jenny Rivera or that Amalia Mendoza or like things that are specifically
that would sound a lot better with the girl.
With the girl, right? Because when we switch it, it's like, and then it's like all low. You know, it's not the way that, you know, Jenny Rivera would sing it or someone with a higher voice. So, you know,
we've talked about this.
Yeah, girls are represented in a lot of the music in mariachi. You know, if you look long enough, you'll find several tracks that have mariachis with a girl singer or a girl player or whatever it may be, or all girl groups. I guess in some way you could honor whatever the client asked for, but at that point, if the group that you know you're hiring has girls in it, like you're not gonna tell.
I feel like what I would as a boss would be like, you know, this girl's a part of our group. You know.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly. Yeah.
Like you can't. That's because that's a type of sexism. I want to say.
Yeah, because it's
like so it's like
their own gender is telling them like no, like I don't want no girls there.
So it's like if you don't want a girl, then you should look for a group that doesn't have a girl. You know.
Exactly.
Like, cause she's part of our group and like she's working with us, so there's no reason to not bring her. You know, like what are you so scared of, or what do you hate so much that you don't want a girl?
I guess there's got to be a reason behind that. But if I'm looking at it like that, then yeah, just find a group that doesn't have girls. Yeah. Because look at it like this, like me as a boss, I'm not gonna tell, okay, well all of us have a gig, but you don't because they don't want a girl there. Yeah. What you gonna do? Hang out in the fucking van like for an hour? Like no. That's not. Go find a group that has all males, and then that's the other thing. It's like, well, you're the one that wants a mariachi, so like, hire one. Like if like beggars can't be choosers. Like if that's the group that you found that you wanted to pay for, if there's a girl in there, how fucking you get mad? You're the one that said, okay, well, tráetelas, you know, or tráete el grupo. Oh, but no girls.
Fuck? Doesn't make a difference. I mean, well, maybe like music wise, it makes a difference. You know, but like. It's just another integrante, you know. Did I say that right? I feel like my Spanish is getting worse.
Oh man, you're getting Americanized.
I'm getting no sabo. I'm trying to no sabo kid, bro.
That's what you get for making fun of the no sabo kids. It's like, es que I don't know what. I've already talked about this. I'm not a dad.
Why are you getting defensive, bro?
Because I know for sure I am not a no sabo kid, bro. There's motherfuckers out there that can't like ask for anything. Like they go to a store like La Michoacana or like or El Rancho or anything like around here, which is like Mexican only stores, or not Mexican only, but like everybody there is like, ¿Qué quieres, joven? You know, ¿Qué quieres, joven? So it's like, me das un horchata, please? You know, like I don't talk like that, dude. Come on. I'm like, if I ever did, dude, I feel bad when I go somewhere and I can't say it, like, but it's not that bad, but like. When it's like, fuck, ¿qué dije? Like when you reevaluate after, like, what the fuck did I say? I'm not a no sabo kid though, man. Some no sabo kids really get to me, bro. I'm like, god damn.
No, but yeah, you know.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. That's usually how the bullshit goes.
I forgot about that. That's usually how the bullshit goes. This one is for me. How was your first year teaching? Yeah, I'm a teacher, so
I'll get my phone over here.
It was great. It was a good time. Obviously, I had to teach during COVID, which wasn't the best, but I'm hoping to continue next year. I hope that I do, and I hope that it's a normal year. That's as much as I can say. I've always taught like workshops and stuff like that, so getting to be like the head of something like that, you know, is an opportunity, and I hope to continue that. I just hope everything goes back to normal, to be honest. It's hard. How do you teach a kid online? It's impossible, man. And I know a lot of teachers listening to this will agree with me on this. It was a very tough year to teach whatever it is that you teach. So I just hope it goes back to normal. Tengo miedo. That's as much as I can say. This is great. Carla Grams says, have y'all seen that TikTok of the worms in the Whataburger? Yes, I have. You know how I feel about it?
You're like, le faltó sal, right?
So like,
I feel bad for the guy, man. That guy was like gagging and shit.
I don't even care.
I'm pretty sure he went back though, like, you know, like
exactly. Look, I don't know. I hate to break it to everybody, but everywhere that you go, it doesn't matter where you go. In-N-Out, Whataburger, Wendy's, motherfucking Taco Bell. Someone's gonna fuck up. Cause like think about it like this: like every motherfucker that works at those fast food places is like probably like 16, 17, 18. They're probably like overworked. Motherfuckers are flipping patties for like 12 hours straight. Like something's gonna get by. Something. So just because there was a video of, okay, there was one worm in a Whataburger. I'm sure at Taco Bell. I'm sure at In-N-Out. I'm sure at somewhere there's gonna be mold on your bun. There's gonna be like an old taco shell. That's gonna happen. Like at that point, you're still gonna eat it. You're telling me after eating that Whataburger, you're gonna be like, I'm never eating this again. How do you feel?
No, yeah, I'm still gonna get it. Cause I have had bad Whataburgers. You know, I had like, maybe it wasn't like it was. I mean, no, a veces está como like
Cold.
yeah,
I
like
hate when it's
like
cold.
it was like reheated basically. Like it wasn't freshly made.
Yeah.
You know, I had stuff like that. You know, I still eat it because I'm not gonna waste food.
Yeah, exactly.
But I know I know what is a lot better than that. You know.
Yeah.
It's just you got a bad one, like just when you play songs, sometimes you play a bad song, sometimes you're gonna fuck it up. Doesn't mean that sometimes doesn't mean the next time you're gonna fuck it up again.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're gonna fuck up every once in a while. Doesn't mean it's not better.
It's the fact that someone got a bad burger and someone recorded it.
Yeah,
because
that's true.
it's like like you said right now with like a gig, we could be playing, I don't know, Caminos de Michoacán, like really good one day, but the one day someone fucking records and we sound like shit, like because of this reason, whatever, right? If we sound like shit, then that's the one everybody sees, so everybody's like, damn, they're fucking trash.
That's the thing too. The post that's gonna blow up is the one that's negative.
Oh, for
something
sure.
that's shitty. You post it, it's gonna be like, oh, what ain't shit.
Yeah.
No one's gonna post when what I was like
fucking great,
like fucking juicy and shit. You hug that shit and like fucking it drips. No one's gonna post that.
Yeah, because everybody's too fucking satisfied afterwards. You're gonna be laying on your couch like, damn, that shit was fucking good, bro.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
And like I said, In-N-Out, let me tell you,
trash.
I had that shit last week at a party. That thing's not special, and the burger at the party was a lot better.
There you go.
So sorry to break it to you.
Yeah, like I look at it kind of like Yelp. I can't trust Yelp because, in all honesty, like when people write reviews, they write whenever they're pissed off. So it's like, nah, this restaurant was trash, but every time you go there, it's like, oh, I like it, But I mean, just because I like a place doesn't mean necessarily that I'm gonna go and put a 5. Maybe I'll put like a 5-star, but I won't write something, But
I know I recommend it. Like I always recommend you.
Right.
Tres Betos,
Yeah.
Like you're talking about something. You're like, oh, you should go to this.
Yeah,
place.
I should go to this place.
But you never really
But now with all these things that can literally critique you, social media, ratings, likes, dislikes, all these different things, obviously now critique you. So obviously one video comes out with the fucking worm in a Whataburger, so it's like all of them are like that. Like, no. Yeah. I'm telling you, there's an In-N-Out burger right now with the worm in it. Some dude's fucking eating it like, damn, this shit fucking smacks.
Like some guy probably, wherever restaurant, but I'm pretty sure someone's making like an In-N-Out and they're like, what?
They're like, fuck.
Yeah, they're like, fuck.
I'm not making that again. Se te cae una like a patty and you're like, it's just extra seasoning, bro.
There was like a little ant down there, just like, whoops.
He's like, wee. Where are we going? And that's exactly what I mean. If you have not worked at a fast food restaurant, you don't know what the fuck is going on back there with your burger right before you eat it. Any restaurant you go to, you don't know which Juan or Jose has touched it. What lady named Karen hasn't grabbed it. You don't know what's going on back there. So when you eat it, you're like, oh, this shit is so good. Some dude probably sneezed at it. You don't fucking know. There's no way for you to know that. Dang, I can't believe I defended Whataburger this much, but whatever. Eat your damn food. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, you like it. That's as much as I can say.
Whatever. I can tell you I had In-N-Out at least 10 times. And 10 out of 10. It's good, but it's not worth the hype.
Yeah.
It's just a regular burger with like some sauce that they use at at seafood restaurants. So I'm like, what's next?
These are confessions, so real quick. Every time I do a grito, I toot a little. I think we already talked about this. How many times you got fart?
I'm like, stop eating your beans, bro.
Watch those bean burritos.
But that's a good way to hide it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, right? She's like, I did it again. So
she's like, fucking do it again.
This person says, fuck it, I'm gonna say it. I enjoy playing Mariachi Loco. Hey, man. Power to you if you like it.
I'm fucking tired of that shit, dude. Una pa bailar. Mariachi Loco. We're like, bro.
so many other cumbias that you could ask for. Just one is what I'm asking for. And you're like, Mariachi Loco. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Hey, but if you like that song, hey.
We play that in every fucking gig, bro.
Yeah. But hey, he likes it.
I guess.
He likes it. I don't know. This person says,
give it time.
the clients almost started. She wrote royal, but I don't know. What is it? Fight? Maybe she
like a
misspelled
Royal
it.
Rumble type of thing.
I don't know. I'm gonna just say fight. That's what I'm assuming it says. The clients almost started a fight with us at a funeral, and I almost threw hands with the girl that didn't want us there. She didn't hire us because she pushed one of our guitarrón players con todo y guitarrón. Fuck.
Then when they push me, someone better throw hands at him, bro. Like
At that point, yeah. Well, you gotta look at the situation too. It's like you're at a funeral though.
Yeah.
It's like someone's already deceased. You know what I mean? Like
you're like, ¿sabes qué, güey? Hay otro hoyo acá y otro acá, porque se va a morir un chingo aquí ahorita mismo. Like, you get mad, you put on the accent.
You turn Colombian. Yeah. Oye, papa. Like,
oye, papa, ahorita va a conocer a San Pedro, que ahorita va a morir, cabrón. You know? Like,
that's pretty good. I like that. No, but that's true. Like, fuck. I guess you got to look at all the situations. Because, yeah, think about it. Like, you get in a fight at a funeral, and it's like, someone's getting hurt for sure. But it's like, they already have their whole fucking family there, emotional. Mm-hmm. So it's like, fuck, I'm getting shot.
Why the fight started. There was a lot of emotion.
Yeah, a lot of emotion. But that's what I'm saying. Like, some shit starts.
You know?
Yeah, like, obviously. But it's like, fuck, you got to look at the situation. It's like one of those where, like, the persinas, and it's like, okay. You know? Right. Like, shit, you don't know what's going to go down there. That's a little scary. But, hey, man, like, that's true. No te puedes dejar, but fuck. That's a rough situation. Are you good? Are you alive? Well, they wrote something. So, yeah. I guess they're good. Be careful out there. Hey, especially at funerals, man. There's a lot of emotion running around there. So, I don't know what. As much as I can say. Oh, shit. I did one thing. I did write something else on there. I put, what has this podcast meant to you? Being that it has been a full year, 52 episodes of this podcast. I got a lot of views on it, but only 2 people wrote. Thanks, guys. But I did have some people say something. What has this podcast meant to you? Someone said motivation. Anything is possible. Oh, actually, that was Sandia56. Thank you. That was Sandra. Shout out. She said motivation. Anything is possible. That's true. I don't know what she means. Like, is it possible to do a podcast?
It was possible to do the podcast?
That's true. Because when we talked about it, it was kind of just like an idea. I didn't know how far it would go, or if anybody would listen. You know, but we're almost at 15,000 listens on listens just purely based on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, which is great. And I think we have like 30,000 on YouTube, which is great. Some of those are the parodies and other stuff, but just in general, the content has been going up. So that's true. Anything is possible. This started off as just like, I have a laptop and I have some mics. You know, we got this far, so that's awesome. And then Juan Blancas Torres said it was funny to see Charro vlogs and to see the difference between working in Texas and MN. Montana?
Minnesota?
God, we're idiots. Hang on. What's MN? What? We're literally.
My dyslexic ass thought New Mexico.
That's NM.
I know that's what I'm saying.
I put what state is MM. Minnesota. Okay, cool. Damn, we got someone listening in Minnesota. Hey, shout out. Cool. Yeah, that's true. I think that was the point of this podcast, putting it out for people to see what it's like for us here. We never claim to be experts. I always say that because I am not a damn expert. I know Victor damn well. He's no fucking expert. But we did it mostly so that you can see what it's like for us and really see our experience, seeing it through our eyes. So that I know a lot of people out there play gigs. All of them are different. But you can see kind of what we've gone through and how we somehow managed to keep up this lifestyle and stuff like that. So that's really what it was for, to bring some sort of relatability to everybody. Everybody can kind of see the bubble that we're in. Yeah. And, you know, relate it to themselves.
And for people that are not mariachis, you know, maybe they can see a point of view. Mejor un cliente que es bien codo, and they can be like, you know what, maybe they do have a hard time. Maybe they need more pay, more water.
Right? They're thinking about it like, yeah, maybe we should give them a fucking water.
Nah. I just got another group.
He's like, can I get a water? He's like, you want a shot? I'm like, no, can I just get some water? I'm fucking thirsty.
It's like, took a shot, pussy.
And it's like, fuck.
Like, just fucking gulped it.
Yeah. So yeah. Thank you for you guys' kind words. I guess as we're about to finish the episode, I'll let you guys know we're taking a bit of a break. We're gonna be gone for a little while. Gives us some time to reset. Kind of not rethink. I don't want to say rethink, but it's just kind of a break, really. From like we said, we've been grinding week by week, and not to say that it's hard, like to do it, but it is kind of hard to do this and do it as consistently as I have. So we're gonna be taking a little bit of a break. We hope that you guys also, whatever it is that you're doing, you have a good time. We're gonna try to enjoy it, and we'll be back eventually. I don't know how long it's gonna be exactly right now, but I look at it like a good time for us to rethink everything and kind of like come in with a fresh mind whenever we do come back. And yeah, just give me like a mental break because it's a lot of work. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll be back.
Hopefully.
Yeah, right. Hopefully. If I don't like get repoed or like, what's it called? When they take your house? Evicted. Which I shouldn't.
Or if I get deported or something.
Oh, right, exactly. So, like, we're all fucked up right now.
No pasa nada. It's all good.
No, but look at it like that. It's a lot of work to get it out there for you guys, and we work really hard on it just to get it out as consistently as we have. So, 52 episodes, one a week. If this is your first episode, go back to the beginning, and then you can just binge them. It's a whole year's worth of content. It's crazy. So we'll see you guys soon. Not too soon, but we'll see you guys soon. And yeah, it's kind of like a mental health break, I think. Yeah, that's really what it is.
Yeah, you burn out.
Yeah, but yeah, it'll be fine. We'll be back eventually, and in the meantime, listen to other podcasts.
Like 2022.
Highway. But yeah, you guys, thank you for all the support that you guys have given us through this last year. We appreciate each one of your views, listens, and ratings. While we're gone, we would appreciate if you share this with somebody, with like people. I don't know, your friends, preferably, yeah. People, people that you think that would enjoy this podcast. Please share it with them. Please share it on your page, anywhere to get our name out there, and really, that's as much as we can ask for you guys. Just the listens and your support. So yeah, cool. You got anything you want to say before you're done?
I'll see you guys later. Don't miss us too much,
They won't.
Go outside, get some air.
Stop it. Get some help. But yeah.
Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for listening. I'm like, no voy a llorar.
We'll be back after these messages.
Please don't hang up. You're our most important call.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, guys. You guys take it easy. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we're gonna see you guys later.
Yeah. Bye.
Appreciate you.
I'm like, now I can go back to doing nothing.